spiritual gift of listening to their story, to their experience, to their thoughts and feelings, to their fears and struggles. In those times, the other became blended, and sharing formed a heart connection of deep compassion. In living this year with intention, I couldn't help but explore inwardly, and one thing I discovered was that I'm great at taking care of others, but not so great at taking time for and care of myself. It felt uncomfortable and unnecessary to concentrate so fully on myself, my needs, and my inner struggles. During Lent, I incorporated daily practices into my life, still distrustful of the necessity of these for my life. I want to tell you about the practices I learned, like centering prayer, the ones that sound spiritual and meaningful.